And for our seventh founder, we have Jam from Monic.ai.
Hi, everyone. Jam from Monic.ai, and we're building an adaptive learning environment for exams. Meet Kate. She's an undergrad in health, and she's taking 15 major exams this semester, and she's plans to attend medical school. Like many of your peers, she ends up using platforms like Chegg and Course Hero when it comes to finding exam practice. The problem is that these platforms are banned from almost every campus in the country, and they lack personalization that she needs. That leaves her uncertain in the end whether she's actually ready for the exams or not. This changed when she was introduced to Monic.ai. Monic.ai, she gets to create a study space for her organic chemistry class. In the study space, she not only has a way to organize all her materials by type and topic, but also gets the ability to turn her own class materials, study materials, into interactive practice within seconds. As Kate interacts with the platform, Monic.ai will create a learning profile for her that automatically schedules and adapts questions as she goes through them. And it will make sure that she focuses on the things that she's struggling the most. This makes her studying a lot more efficient and engaging, and she loves it. And so do thousands of students who use Monic.ai. In fact, since we launched last year in February, over 85,000 people signed up on the platform, created 5.5 million questions from 150,000 documents uploaded. And we're currently running at 33K in ARR. Our business model is simple. We have a freemium model with limited generations and slower speeds, and a pro model at $10 a month with unlimited generations and higher speeds. We're also introducing an enterprise model at $25K a year for businesses and give them more access control. So how do we get here in the first place? Our first 1,000 customers came from interactions in platforms like Reddit. And the next phase of growth has been coming through social media platforms like TikTok, Instagram, and Twitter. The next phase, along with the social media, will be coming through our partnerships with college professors on campuses to bring their classrooms onto Monic, and through our SEO. So why now? And why us? LLMs have really made the document intelligence a commodity that actually lets us compete with the incumbents in the area like the Cheggs and the Course Heroes of the world. And why us is we have a unique and proprietary data set in terms of a learning profile and learning habits of a user. And combined with gamification, it lets us scale into the next phase. Back to Kate again. Once she's done with her college exams, she gets to take more exams in terms of MCAT and USMLE and certifications. And this is a lifelong learning for her and for millions of professionals like her. In fact, over 10 million exams are taken in the US every single year outside of the high school and college system. And that takes about 4 weeks on average of prep time. And people spend from $100 to $5,000 per exam prep. And that's why on our roadmap, we're bringing and integrating e-learning providers like just typical PT onto our platform, and currently running a 60K grant and a pilot program with Cyber Florida. Our path to 100 million ARR starts with getting to 200,000 subscriptions in B2C level, facilitating 3 million transactions in the marketplace, and reaching 2,000 businesses. We are a team of 2 engineers and a product designer, and we're building an adaptive learning environment for exams. Thank you so much.
Hey, I'm curious. It seems like you sell both for enterprises and also individual side, and also it's a marketplace. How would you pivot your sales strategy here? Like in the long-term goal, what's your focus here for these 3 tiers of the businesses?
You already mentioned that a lot of this documentation is becoming open source or freely available and commoditized. I think you need to make a pretty strong case for how you create a moat when you are dealing with somebody else's engine and a commoditized data set. And I am not convinced that, we understand how these people learn, and so that will create one is good enough. But if that's the one, that's the one.
Is it a matter of time? Craig is asking before the platform may get banned, like competitors that you mentioned.
Thank you for the questions. So I'm going to start with the enterprise B2C and marketplace, and it does seem like we are kind of segmented around, but B2C was actually very strategic for our marketplace, because for a lot of the creators to come into the platform, such as the e-learning providers, like typical PT, we needed the audience in the first place to convince them to come to the platform. So that was a very kind of a strategic move. When it comes to enterprise, we do want to postpone it a little bit, but the way that the enterprise model works is very similar to the way that we're going to sort of the e-learning providers. They get to create spaces. They get to bring people to the spaces with the same access control levels. And then they just have the people who have access to the spaces is just not going to be public. So it's just a matter of access control in this case. And in this case, the only kind of proprietary data set that we are kind of banking on is the fact that when people learn, it could be for 2 different reasons. They're trying to do retention or they're trying to comprehend something. And there's a ton of retention algorithms out there that people use. Our algorithm is on the comprehension side. And as they engage with the platform and they get to tell us exactly what questions are the ones that they want, which ones that they don't want. That is a data set I think very few companies will have out there. And also we're moving away from the LLMs to the open source ones ourselves as well as we build these data sets. So we can have a different conversion point from what the public has. Craig, will the platforms will get banned? Absolutely not, I think, because we're actually working with the professors directly because we want to be the ethical alternative to platforms like Coursera and Chegg on campuses. And that's why we're bringing them into the conversation so they could be our partners in distribution, both and users of the platform. In fact, about 20% of our users right now on the platform are educators and instructors using it for their classrooms. Thanks for the questions.